Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video, and in this video I will briefly explain the first three problems of Atcoder beginner contest 280, and then I will make separate in-depth videos for problem D and D, right? So let's start with the solutions. But before we move on to the solution, I want to tell you guys about Newton School's coding contest. So Newton School organizes this coding contest every month. You guys can solve some quality problems and also compete against top coders in the world. This will be a good opportunity to benchmark yourself where you guys are lying in respect to other students in India or around the world. Not only that, along with this, you can also win some cash prizes. You can win rewards up to rupees 90,000. You can also win scholarships up to rupees 20,000. And along with this, there will also be some job opportunities. So this month, the contest will be on 30th of November. It will be around 2.5 hours from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. So do not forget to sign up. The link will be in the description. So do go and sign up from there. The very first problem is pawn on a grid. And in this problem, we have been given a 2D grid of height h and width w. And every cell either has a hashtag or either has a dot, right? We basically have to count the number of hashtags in the grid, right? So I don't think I need to explain this. We just need to iterate over the grid, right, and just count the number of hashtags, right? So that is just implementation. There is not much to explain here. Just iterate over the entire grid using 2 for loops and count the number of hashtags, right? So that is the entire solution for this problem. So let's move on to the second one, and the second problem is inverse prefix sum. So in this problem, we have been given an array S of size n, where n can be up to 10 to the power 5. So something like S1, S2, S3, so on up to Sn. And we have to construct a new array A such that A1 plus A2 plus A3, so on up to AI is equal to Si. That means sum of first I terms of array A should be equal to Si, right? So like if you want to see this, you can say that your array S is a prefix sum array. Your array S is a prefix sum array of A, right? And you have to find this array A given S. So that is the problem. Now how can we solve this? So the solution lies in the equation itself. So if we try to experiment on this equation, we get A1 plus A2 plus A3, so on up to plus AI minus 1 plus AI is equal to Si. And this entire term is nothing but Si minus 1, right? So we can replace this entire thing with Si minus 1, and we get Si minus 1 plus AI is equal to Si. So we get AI is equal to Si minus 1, right? So this is the general formula to compute any AI value, and using this you can build the entire A array. For example, your A1 will be equal to S1, your A2 will be equal to S2 minus S1, your A3 will be equal to S3 minus S2, and so on, right? So that is how you can solve this problem. So now let's move on to the third one. So the third problem is extra character. So in this problem, we have been given two strings S and T. So length of string S is n, where n can be up to 10 to the power 5. So something like S1, S2, S3, so on up to Sn. We take some extra character X and we insert it somewhere in S, right? We insert it somewhere in S and we generate a new string T. As size of S was n and we insert some new character X, size of new string T will be n plus 1. So we get T1, T2, T3, so on up to Tn plus 1. So we don't know the index where we inserted X. We have just been given string S and string T, and given this we have to find the index where we have inserted X, right? So that is the problem. Now how can we solve this? So to solve this, we can just compare the corresponding indexes in both the strings, right? So we can just keep both the strings over each other. What I mean is, we can write them over each other. So we can write S1, S2, S3, so on up to Sn, and we can write string T just below it. So we can write T1, T2, T3, so on up to Tn and Tn plus 1. And we can just compare the corresponding indexes. So I can compare S1 and T1. So if S1 is equal to T1, that means I did not insert character X at the first index. But let's say if I compare S2 and T2, if S2 is not equal to T2, that means I inserted X at character or at index 2, right? That means I inserted X here. So in this case, my answer will be equal to 2. So that is the entire solution. You can just start from index 1 and go up to index n and keep comparing corresponding indexes. And if at some point characters are not equal, that means we inserted character X at that index, right? So the solution is, for every index I starting from 1 up to n plus 1, compare Si and Ti. If Si is not equal to Ti, that means answer is equal to I, right? That means we inserted X at that particular index, and then we can just break. So that will be the solution. Also, to make the implementation a bit easier, you can insert a hashtag at the end, right? So like if we iterate through all the n indexes and we don't find any unequal elements, then at the end we will definitely find the unequal elements here. That means we inserted the character at index n plus 1, right? So this was just a tip to make the implementation a bit easier. You can implement it however you want to, right? So these were the solutions for the first 3 problems. And if you guys have some doubts, feel free to ask in the comments or join my Discord server. I'll be more than happy to answer your doubts there. And I will see you guys in the next videos with solution of problem D and D respectively, right? So that is it, and bye-bye. But before we move on to the solution, I want to tell you guys about Newton School's coding contest. So Newton School organizes this coding contest every month. You guys can solve some quality problems and also compete against top coders in the world. This will be a good opportunity to benchmark yourself where you guys are lying in respect to other students in India or around the world. Not only that, along with this, you can also win some cash prizes. You can win rewards up to rupees 90,000. You can also win scholarships up to rupees 20,000. And along with this, there will also be some job opportunities. So this month, the contest will be on 30th of November. It will be around 2.5 hours from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. So do not forget to sign up. The link will be in the description. So do go and sign up from there.